Who's there? We got somebody live with me? Yeah. I just. The Peaceful Penguin. What's up, brother? Or sister? Brother, right? Yo, I'll be. Actually, I just did an amazing post on my Patreon that, brothers, always, that people really need to check out. Now, I was discussing things that I was shown starting in 2017. People need to realize that we do live in a harmony of spheres. Forget about the flat earth. I ain't even talking about that because that is ridiculous. Sorry if that's your belief, but come on. Let's talk about a real subject here. That's not even a real subject. But let's talk about what we're witnessing right now before our eyes, people. Do you realize what's transpiring? Now, in 2018, right? Now, I'm not saying this either because I'm trying to, and I didn't post it in 2018 because I wanted to be right about something. It was something that I was shown, bombarded with in dreams and in visions for weeks. And in 2018, I posted in September 11th, 2018, I posted a video. Check it out. Green Comet of the Apocalypse, Plagues, and Critica. That's exactly the title. That's exactly the title that I posted in September 2018. I was trying to tell you people, a lot of people that hear some of my stuff, be like, oh, that's crazy talk. Well, you know what? It's in my DNA. Everybody has all different elements within their DNA through certain near-death experiences I've had and things. I was actually born. My mother's water never broke. I was born still inside the coil with the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. That's a rare sort of birth, and I think it was for a reason because I in my DNA in prior lives, I was connected to different Sybil oracles where I can receive certain dream visions and certain visions. That's a blessing and a curse. And I've been getting them my whole life. And when I had a near-death experience when I was 9 years old, they had to operate on me to save my life. I had a weird sort of thing happen to me in my senses as well. Like my brain, everything was different. I also had a concussion at the same time, so it was a weird thing that happened to my brain and my sensitivity. I think even more things were turned on, if that makes sense. And in 2018, I was getting bombarded. And as a teenager, I struggled with certain things that I was seeing and certain things that was around me, and I ran from it for a long time and partied because of it. I tried to numb it. I hope you people are with me because it says that nobody's in there now. But I tried to numb it, right? Yeah, I have his old books, Michael Cesarian. I have his old books about Atlantis and all of that. Yeah, I have all his older books. Some of them are worth a lot of money now for some reason. But uh, one of them, Masaki, my friend Masaki, had given me that was signed by Michael to Masaki. But yeah, I was shown in 2018 that there was going to be a new sickness on the planet, a health crisis, right? And what happened the following year? That's exactly what happened. And I also said it's going to come during this health crisis. There's going to be a green comet that comes, right? And then in 2022, we found out about this green comet. I was talking about this in my videos in 2018, people. Do you realize that? And I also said that a coronal mass ejection solar flare Ankh, I said they were Ankhs, right? These Ankh loops will pull the comet's tail and part of that comet to our planet and bring in all these life codes of evolution. And that's exactly what has happened now. Look it up online, people. The comet's tail has been blown by solar flares, by the sun. And I've been telling people that it's a harmony of spheres, just like the old people, like the ancients said, right? And all energy out there, life, power, exists out from the stars. And the suns in each solar system, they attract those energies, those life codes, and they send them with their solar flares and their energies to the planets. And then the planets, with their vibrational energies and everybody that's on it, slightly alters that energy and sends it back out. And then the moon absorbs those energies and then slightly alters it with its own vibrational energy and puts it back down to the earth, and vice versa. And so the spheres out there, the stars, everything, they hear our cries, they hear our chants, they hear our mantras, our prayers. That is God, people. And I just did a beautiful exclusive presentation on my Patreon that I just posted a few minutes ago, discussing this very topic and the Sibylline prophecies, different visions that I've been shown, different visions that prior generations have been shown. And we're during one of those times right now. Do you realize what's transpiring right now? We just had a new moon that is the closest it's been in 1,000 years. So what does that mean? That it's going to be really black in the sky, invisible, no moon. Well, at that same time, we got this green comet passing that only comes around once every 50,000 years. You think that's a coincidence? You think that's a coincidence? That's incredible design, divine design by the universe. Need to smash that like button for the algorithm, guys. Forget it. Come on now. You guys need to realize that it is divine design. And more people need to hear these messages, because it's cold as hell out here and I'm walking out here. And people need to realize this. And I'm about to go inside and do a clearance sale on some mind-blowing rare crystals and copper for all you guys, because I literally was shown that by 2025 there will be no more shipping and electronics for a while, if ever. This is the time to get things that you want, that you need for your mind, body, and soul. And we're being called by crystals and metals and things like this. Do you realize also during these times, during these years, right now, I talked about the eclipse, right? The new moon, right? That's close in 1,000 years, closest it's been. While this green comet that I predicted, that they didn't find until 2022, that I was talking about in 2018, they find out about it in 2022. It only comes around every 50,000 years, right? Now, also, we had a total solar eclipse in 2017 that was really important. Places that solar eclipses are visible are the places where they're going to affect most significantly. Remember that. The ones that can see it are the ones receiving the codes. And the United States was able to see a very special total solar eclipse in 2017, right? Well, in 2024, we're going to have another one that's visible in the United States. Then we're not going to have another one visible in the United States until like 2044. That's really significant. So whatever's getting ushered in is going to be really significant for the next 20 years in the United States. That's how big of a change is coming. It's written in the stars. It's all in the vibrational energies of everything connected. So I've been trying to tell you guys, because people have the connection is gone nowadays, and all the technology is designed from it. And I don't want to give everything that's on my Patreon that I just went through, but the magnetosphere is not a shield, it's a gate. It's a gate made of solar wind, and you can travel on that solar wind to other stars and souls, especially spirit form. Auroras that are coming in are life forms that can transform. They are the keepers of the mist. This is all divine technology of God, angelic hierarchies. And they come in the form of meteors, auroras, comets. They're all different hierarchies of angelic life. But in our visible light spectrum, we're seeing them as comets and meteors and all of this stuff, right? But the elements inside of them transform and even can veil themselves as humans and things like this. They are the technology of life. They're escorting these payloads of bacterial genetics and everything that's being escorted around the cosmos. You think comets and meteors are just flying around randomly and they're on 50,000 year mathematical orbits that can bring evolution and life to planets? No, that is angelic. They are the cometary messengers of God. Messenger in the Bible is angel, is angelos. They are the messengers of the heavens. Angelos. They are the cometary messengers, the meteoric messengers. And the solar wind, all of this, it's all related. The solar wind is a gateway, is plasmic. You know, the solar wind is what forms our magnetosphere. It's a translucent plasmic barrier, a sphere, right? But it's actually a gateway. When CERN turns on, they open up cracks in that gateway. Those are little openings that have things come in and out of this. You know, people, you got to go to the Patreon to get the whole information I just posted. But this is all related as well. I've been having a lot going on here, so it's been hard for me to do a lot of shows. But I'm really busy working on things as well. We're just in the process of trying to find a new place to live. And my daughter, there's a lot going on with her right now. She wasn't feeling well, so I'm taking a walk right now. I hope you guys are still with me. I gotta freaking blow my nose because my nose is running. But this is incredible information, guys. You gotta realize that the crystals and everything that I've been working with too, they're literally calling us, because crystals on our planet, they're sent here for nature, to receive these codes that are coming down. Like in December 2021, during all of the stuff that's going on, when we had that huge alignment too, during winter solstice, right? We had this kilonova explosion that is beyond the supernova explosion, right near Earth. And they think it's because two neutron stars merged, I think. But this is like the kind of elements that get created during these bursts. Like this is a gamma ray burst that's beyond the supernova explosion. And December 2021, we had a huge conjunction, remember? What was it, the Saturn, Jupiter, or whatever, the conjunction during winter solstice time? Right around that same time near Earth, there was this kilonova explosion. that is beyond a supernova explosion. They think, like I said, that it happens when two neutron stars merge. And I think it lasted almost a minute, if I'm not mistaken. Usually, a gamma ray burst lasts like a second or two. This one lasted like 50 seconds or something like that, which is crazy. And it happened not far from Earth. So, I mean, all of this is not just random things happening throughout our universe. We're receiving all of that gamma ray burst that happens, right? The solar wind is going to blow particles from that right to our planet. That's why things are changing, people. You realize it's just like last time this green comet came. They said, oh, it just so happened to be coming when the Neanderthals just happened to be first expanding throughout the planet. Yeah, they were receiving codes of expansion. They were evolving. That's not, look, see, even the crows are confirming. You hear them? See? They know what I'm talking about. You hear them. The ravens, actually. Yeah, ravens. Right, guys? Yep, see? Yeah, right? Ravens. Ravens, right? Yep. See? Told you. I hope you guys are going to be here in about 5 minutes because we're going to go live from inside as well. And I just got to blow my nose because my nose has been running while I've been walking. I'm out here in the cold. And I have to get a drink of water. And we're going to go live with a crystal explosion. Forget about driving to Tucson to go to the gem show. I have a gem show right here. So whatever you guys want, we're going to do discounts for anybody today. No matter if you're a Patreon member or not. I'm going to do a live show now in about a few minutes where people need access to this stuff because I told you, crystals are here. All shapes, colors, forms, different types. They're here embedded in the planet to help with the vibrational energy and the harmonic evolution of nature and the flow of everything. They collect information coming down, like from auroras and all of that. They collect all of those codes of evolution. But because of human technology and human activity, we have been preventing the crystals in nature from doing their jobs. So we are literally being called to use them. You think just because you think like when you see a certain crystal and a certain type of crystal and color, you think you're just attracted to it because it's a nice pretty lump of mineral? No, it's a deeper thing. You're just not understanding the spiritual sign behind it all because we're cut off from it, from all the harmonic frequencies and harmful EMFs and ELFs and all of this stuff. Like, society is designed for us not to be able to feel anymore, right? Technology is in the replace of that. Why do you have to be telepathic and be able to communicate with somebody with your eyes and your emotions and your vibrational energies when you could just instant message them, right? And things like that and so on, right? So society has been designed for us to forget about that part of who we are, so we can just have everything just at the click instead. No work involved. You have to have a certain frequency about you, a certain spiritual frequency about you to be able to do that as a human. And right now we don't have to do that because we have all these technologies that are doing things that are a replication of it. That's why you get like a dopamine type hit every time you click on a like button or things like that. It's similar to that spiritual kundalini, psychic, sexual energy that's all entwined within us. It's a similar vibrational energy, but it's a replication of that. You know that, right? So I don't watch the news, so I have no idea what you were talking about with the meltdown video. I don't watch news like that. My wife would know what you're talking about, but I have no clue. I don't watch news. I don't watch politics. I read. The only TV I watch is combat sports, Muay Thai, kickboxing, sometimes the UFC, ONE FC, um, a lot of Muay Thai from Thailand. Um, and like I watch Amazon Prime because ONE FC is on there now, and sometimes I'll watch like ghost stories or something like that once in a while or something. Like my mom used to do that as well. But I don't really. Sometimes I'll watch a movie from like the 80s or the 90s. But yeah, I don't watch news. Sometimes I end up seeing little news clips about certain things on YouTube, but like I don't pay attention to politics or anything like that. So I can't even comment on all that. Not at all. But I read a lot, and I work with a lot of copper and crystals and play guitar, and I'm always working. I'm always either working on my research or working on crystals and copper or with my daughter or with something. So I don't really pay attention to all that. But you can feel what's going on in nature. See? As soon as I say it, the crows talk about it again. You can feel it. You don't really need the news because they're not going to tell you the truth anyway. Definitely not. Definitely not. Well, I'll be inside in a few minutes, so I can't really teach anybody anything, right? I could teach, I could teach people how to, I could teach people how to play guitar, maybe, because I taught myself how to play guitar. Like I don't know how to read and write. I could read tablature and stuff like that, but I could play anything pretty much on the radio or anything like that if I just listen to it. I've been playing a long time. Like I could show somebody how I learned how to play guitar and the style that I play because I have my own like style. I have my own chords and my own everything. So like I don't go by the traditional. Even if you hear me play, you can see I have my own style. I might sound similar to certain things too because I was influenced by different artists, but I definitely have my own style. And what I mean by that is like my own timing, my own everything. Like it's my own way of playing. So any guitarist that listens to how I play, they'll be like, "Oh wow, he has his own interesting timing, and it's his own little style." Because I taught myself. Um, I could teach people things about kickboxing and Muay Thai and combat sports because I learned that, and I teach people like, see, everybody is different with if you want to use that word psychic or inner dialogue or spiritual. All that everybody's brain is different, so I don't know how people can even teach somebody, oh, this is how you remote view. That's the way you were able to do it, but everybody is different. What I can show some people and what I do on Patreon is show people how to silence their mind so they can discover their own way of turning it on and their own way of connecting, right? And different ways of channeling that energy that they have into something creative, right? Because everybody has rage and different emotions. Well, if you learn how to phase change that energy, because all energy gets created, even negative energy that makes cancers and things like that, all that can be transformed. It's just a matter of your creative and free will in your mind and how humble you are and your ego and all of that. You got to be willing to break all that and be able to go anywhere inside your mind to be able to accomplish that frequency. And it could be challenging for some people, but yeah, I mean, I could show people how to help use crystals and use copper as well to help amplify their frequency and pull information in as well for what they're looking for, and also use it to store information as well. Like you can literally turn on a crystal in the moonlight and use it to store information, and you could charge your crystal and cleanse it in the sun. And in the moonlight, you can even have like a code, like you turn on your computer. You know what I mean? Like when your little password to enter into the screen, well, you'll have your own little secret code to open up that crystal in the moonlight. You can even use like a piece of selenite to tap the crystal a certain way, a certain code, all that stuff. Yeah, so I show people how to do things like that. It's a starter kit, right? That's on my Patreon and stuff like that. But otherwise, like, I don't think anybody could be like, oh, I could teach you how to be psychic and things like that, or I could teach you, because everybody's different. But what I can help people, like, I can encourage and inspire them too, to be a freaking spiritual warrior, like to be a warrior yourself, like with many things that the only thing I struggle with being a warrior with is when my daughter is in pain. Everything else in life, I have like pretty much gone through many in a lot of different ways and learned how to deal with. But when your daughter is in, like when your child is in pain, that's the ultimate test of how brave you are. And that is unless you're just a POS and you don't care about your kids. Some people give a crap about nothing but themselves, but for me, like, just seeing my daughter like in pain a little bit is like freaking, oh my god. It's the most horrible feeling. It's debilitating. Yeah, I would like to hear your songwriting. Yeah, that's one thing I am, is definitely a songwriter from a young age. But yeah, we're gonna go live in a few minutes, guys. So join me and spiral out.